other stuff. It is February 27th. I am Leslie, your host, and this is episode 54. I'm calling this one Self-striping-paloza, and you will see why. So, first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who is joining me again this week, and welcome to any new viewers out there. I really appreciate you taking the time to stop by. I guess let's get to it, right? So, if you want to see my show notes, which I usually do post show notes, and it's also where you get to vote on the knitting game, if you stop by myordinaryjourney.com, all one word, right there, you can access the show notes, and that has links to vendors and patterns and projects and all the goodies that I have. It also, in the show notes, has a link to our Ravelry group, which we have 160 members, which means we actually have 159, including myself. So, yay, and I want to thank and welcome our newest member, and that's Christy K4444, and that's Christy. So, welcome and thank you for joining. And we have a few birthdays this week. It is B. Reynolds 20, and that's Barbara. Atomic Jen, and that's Jen. And Leno is Joanne. So, ladies, happy birthday. Barbara, I'm gonna, full disclosure, she's my sister. Well, sister-in-law, but sister, hey. All right, so some shout-outs and announcements. This week we are not having, this is our off week for the Fredericksburg Podcaster Sit and Knit. So mark your calendars for next week. If you're in the Fredericksburg area and at the Barnes & Noble on Thursday night next week from 6:30 to 8, we meet up in the Starbucks area and we just kind of sit there and knit and chit chat. So come and join us if you can. All right, so the AF3 Charity Sock Yarn Club update. I mailed out everybody's package on Saturday, and it seems like most people have received them. So, if you have not yet, or haven't had a chance to open it, and you don't want to see it, turn away. All right, so this week, or this month, was the Marine Corps inspired colorway. And I asked Lisa of Fiber Nymph Dye Works to do this particular colorway because I knew her son was in the Marine Corps, and when I first envisioned, when the idea for the AF3 Charity Sock Yarn Club came to mind, it was because a Marine inspired me. It was something that one of my friends who happens to be Marine, someone I worked with, inspired me. So this colorway, like the Army colorway, holds a special place in my heart, and I hope it does too. I might actually get a little weepy with this one. So Lisa's son just got back from Afghanistan, and he was home on some leave while she was doing the colorway. And he helped name the colorway, which is Tun Tavern. Now, if you don't know about Tun Tavern, it is the traditional or the historic birthplace of the Marine Corps. It's where the first recruiting for the Marine Corps took place. It's a brew house up in Philadelphia. And if you're around a Marine Corps base, you may have a Tun Tavern of your own as an homage to the original. And so that is the colorway name. It seemed very appropriate. Lisa did a self-striping sock yarn. And when she told me this story, I kind of teared up like I am now. Her son helped wind each and every skein of this yarn. So this is Tun Tavern. It is done in the Marine Corps red and gold. And an an actual honest to God Marine who just returned from the service, or from a deployment to Afghanistan, helped wind my yarn. He touched it. He laid hands on this yarn, and that makes it extra special for me. So that is Ton Tavern by Fiber Nymph Dye Works, and that is the Marine Corps inspired colorway for the February Armed Forces Fiber Fanatics Charity Sock Yarn Club. So thank you very much, Lisa. It's very much appreciated, and I really love it. I always like to sniff my yarn. Alright, so moving on to the knitting game. Well, this week was a little bit different. Since last week, I announced the winner of the prioritization knitting game, which was the Vitorio. It's sort of a knit scarf shawl thing. It's done in a series of chevron constructions, and it looks really neat. So I picked 2 variegated yarns that I thought would look very well, because it's supposed to be used with a highly variegated yarn. So the first yarn that I picked, and what I do is usually after I announce the winner of a knitting game, I let it rest for a week before I started on the next round of voting. But I had these 2 particular yarns like really on the top of my head. So I figured I would go right into a pick your yarn and let y'all pick which yarn I use to knit the Vitorio with. So the first one was this. It's called Grapevine. It's Shiny, or Shiny Happy. Yes, it's on the Shiny Happy base by Gail's Art. And there's some greens and some purples and olives and blues. So very nice. And then the other one is, I cannot pronounce it. It begins with a T. It is Diabolical. It's Themicria. Themicria. So very rainbow-esque. So I put it up to a vote. You guys had your choice between the Grapevine and the Themicrieri. I can't say. Diabolical Gail's Art. And the winner, with 62% of the vote, was Diabolical. So I will be knitting my Vitorio with this. I have a new setup. I got a new computer, so it's like here. So I used to have my Swift on the end of this table here, and my computer just timed out. Not very good. Oh, there we go. So I have to find a new place to stick my Swift so I can wind my yarn. Oh, so adventures. All right, so that was the pick a yarn, and that was Diabolical 1. Updates on prior knitting game winners. I finished, well, I guess I didn't really. I'm on the last pattern row, and then I have to purl back. I'm on finishing the 3rd repeat of 4 of the willow leaf section. So I have a little bit more to go on that, and then I start the edging, the border. But I'm a little worried about the yarn. I have another skein that I dyed up, but I didn't have the right color, so it's a little brighter, and you'll definitely be able to see the difference. So I'm contemplating just stopping with 3 repeats and doing the edging, or maybe I think maybe I have enough of this for the last repeat of the willow leaves, and then I can do the edging in the other color. So we'll see. I just started. I did 1 repeat of the pattern right here, so I can't open it up all the way, but there it is. And it's coming along swimmingly now that I've actually sat down and started working on it. And I don't have anything other to report on some of the other stuff. Let's see. Sorry for the dead air. All right, so other stuff, I'm going to go on to stash. So not only did I get my Marine Corps, my Ton Tavern, I was able to score some beauties in Lollipop Yarns update on Sunday. So I didn't get one, I got two. I have a problem, I really do. All of a sudden I'm buying the self-striping sock yarn, and I can't buy anymore because I don't have any more funds on my Etsy shop, so no more funds on my PayPal means I can't buy anything. So the first one I scored was Blue Moon, and this is 7 rows Man in the Moon, 3 rows Black Hole, 7 rows Blue Cheese, and another 3 rows Black Hole. So it's Blue Moon. I love it. I think it's so awesome. I'm a sucker for blues, but these are a little subtle and different, kind of aqua and then gray. So that's great. And then I got Oof. This is so great. All right, this is 5 rows of Kooky, 5 rows of Goofy, 5 rows of Boo Boo, 5 rows of Bonkers, and 5 rows of Dingbats. And when I got this, and it was sunny out, it had been gray cat all day, and it was really sunny out. And let me tell you, that blue and the green and the pink, it's fluorescent. This is so 1980s. I love it. Love it. So I pull them out of the box, and I didn't say a word. I opened up and I pulled it out of the box, and my daughter saw them, and she's like, "Oh, you got some lollipop yarn." I was like, "Yes, I did." So my daughter even knows lollipop yarn now, which is awesome because she's not a knitter. She just knows I have certain affinities. All right, so moving on. This is going to be a short one this week. So in timeout, I have a couple projects in timeout. I have the Aurora socks. I have the Downton Abbey Mystery KL with Jimmy Beans. Well, let me tell you, I'm only halfway through clue number 2, and I think the knit along is over. So Jason's sweater and the Don't Cage Me In socks. I have to find something after I finish. I'll pick up one of those after I finish the shawl, maybe 2, and start working. So I gotta cool it with the fiber and the yarn because I'm not knitting fast enough. But I do have a finished object this week, which is yay, because I started it back in October. So this is the Cool House hat by Jared Flood. As you can see, it has this really interesting cage like pattern. I love it, and I couldn't find a video of that Blue Diamond almond commercial, but I swear this is the hat that they have. So this hat I knit out of Knit Picks Bravo worsted, and this is for a coworker of mine. His wife was diagnosed with cancer, and she's going through her final round of chemo, and I asked if it was okay if I knit her a cap, and he said yes, but I hadn't gotten it to her, so I'm going to take this in tomorrow. I don't know, I'll probably soak it. I don't know. But that is my finished object. Yay, it's been a productive week. I am glad for that. I actually finished that Thursday night at knit night, and then I just finished weaving in the ends today. So spinning, I still have that Greenwood Fiberworks Merino and the Blueberry Smoothie colorway. I haven't done anything, no spinning this week, so it's still where it was when I was Navajo plying it. So bags, and tablet sleeves. I do have plenty of fabric up in the shop for you to choose from. I will note that I have enough fabric to produce one of these sweater bags I'm about to show you. So if you're interested, I have one set of fabric in the contemporary country flowers, and I'll make a note of that. So look for a large sweater bag listing on my site. But let me show you what I came up with. So this is a large sweater bag. It is very, very large. It has a handle and an outside zipper pocket with a coordinating fabric on the inside of the pocket for what have you. This is, I'm using mine as a storage bag because it is so huge. Let me tell you what fits in here. Yes, that is 2 10 skein packages of Knit Picks Wool of the Andes yarn, and it fits in here. Like, there's room, and then there's even more room. I mean, there's like so much room. So, as you can see, there is plenty of room. So this one measures, it's about 14, oh, what were my measurements? Oh, let's see, 14 by 19, so this is about 19 inches. You know what? No, that's not right. So the top is 19 inches. The bottom is 14 and a half. This vertical is about 15, and the bottom is squared off, so it sits flat. So I love it for storage. And what I did is, the outside is soft and plush. I use a soft fusible fleece interfacing for the outside fabric, where I use a harder crafter's fleece for the inside of the lining. So it's very rigid, very structured. I wouldn't do this one floppy because it needs to stand open if you're stuffing yarn and stuff in it. That's at least how I approached it. So I'm going to retail these for $40. So if you're interested, I will have a listing up shortly for your perusal. So this is something new, and it was a bit trying to figure out how to put it together. So this is my prototype, and I thought it came out swimmingly. So I'm gonna go with that. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little sweater bag. It makes me happy. All right, everybody, so that's all I have this week. There's no voting. Just enjoy the week and have a great day. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you come back next week. I don't know if I'll have a knitting game next week. I might lay off the actual voting for a while and concentrate on the patterns that I'm supposed to be working on, and delving into some technique and things like that. So that's what I've been thinking about lately. So something to look forward to, but just come out, hang out, just come visit me. I just love it. So have a great week. Bye.